Oh hey Tumblr! It's just Julie, I'm just chilling here. Sorry that this is a super weird looking video. I look super orange and I have this lamp right here, it's super bright, but there's like nowhere else I can go. So I am making this video because I got an ask from someone like 2 weeks ago. I'm so sorry, and I'll read the ask in a minute and then I'll reblog it after I post this video. But basically I got an ask about Viola, and I'll just read it. So I'm answering this question. I'm really sorry it took so long. Here's the question. Oh, okay. Computer, what are you doing? It's from winter-stolen is the URL. Your name is Ray, says your blog. So hi Ray, I'm Julie. Nice to officially meet you, I guess. I can't see myself. Okay. I'm not normally wearing glasses and I'm not normally orange looking. So, but I left all my glasses at school, or my contacts, whatever. Alright, so like 2 weeks ago, Ray asked this question. She says, hey, I know that I've talked with you a little bit about Viola in the past year, and as far as I can tell, you are loving it. Just a little bit. Well, I was recently accepted. Yay! Congratulations! And I just got a call that I qualify for the Torrey Honors Program. I feel like you knew something about this, or you were in it or something. If not, oops, but if you are, I would love your view on it. So I'll post that in a minute after I finish this video. Basically, what happened was she asked me the video, or she asked me the question, and then I messaged her back and was like, hey, can I make a video response? Like, I really want to be able to like talk about this, instead of just writing out a text post, because I feel like it doesn't come across the same way. And she was like, yeah, sure. But then I got my wisdom teeth out, and then I made a video, but like forever ago, but I couldn't like upload it. My camera, I don't know what you're doing. I couldn't like upload it for some reason, and it was retarded. So I'm hoping that this one works. Alright, so hi Ray. Congratulations on getting accepted to Viola, woohoo! I've talked to tons of potential undergrads, so I'm super sorry. I don't remember where you stand on Viola, if it's like your top school and you're officially going there. Like, I'm really excited for you. If you're still looking around at other schools, that's totally cool. But Torrey is something that I obviously, yeah, I'm in Torrey. And I'm just gonna tell you a little bit of my story, and then I will tell you, I have this list of pros and cons here. First of all, like I said, I don't know where you stand. I want to say right now, before I say anything else, to apply. If you're thinking about Torrey at all, apply, because the application sucks. It's like the worst thing ever, but I'm like a super application filler outer, and I was super skeptical. I don't know if you are like skeptical of anything or struggling with anything about the program. If you want to message me and tell me more about it, I can address like any questions you'll have about anything. But I would say make sure you apply. Make sure. Because not everyone gets in. Obviously, it's kind of an elite program. Although I don't know anyone who didn't get in, but I do know a couple people who are waitlisted, which means if someone quits Torrey, they now have a spot. But apply even if you're not completely sure, because one, you might not get in, which will be an immediate sort of sign that you're not supposed to be in Torrey. Obviously, two, you can always quit at any time in the semester. So I would say if you apply and you get in, try it out for sure. So here's sort of part of my story. I applied to Viola. Viola's a different story. I sort of like hated the school at first, and then I fell in love with it, got accepted, decided to go, and then I got like an email. I think it was the same thing as you, kind of. I got an email, and they were like, hey, you should apply for Torrey Honors, because I was a 4.0 kid. I did all these honors things in high school, more, to be honest with you, because they looked good on my applications, and not really because I'm not like super smart or anything, but I actually really do enjoy like the honors things that I got to do. Like, I did them like sort of at first because it was good for me, but then like I would enjoy it later on. So I applied for Torrey, and then I got accepted, and then I was like, well, I basically went in with the mentality of, I will try this for a whole semester, I'll stick it out. If I hate it, I'll leave, which is fine. Like, you can totally do that. You can do a whole semester of Torrey and then leave, and still get credit for it, so that's awesome. And so I was like, okay, like, I'm not so sure about this. Horrible mentality to go in with. But if that's you, that's okay. Or, I don't know if you completely love it, I don't even know, I need to talk to you more. But so apply. Make sure you apply. I have my list here. I might have to make 2 videos. I'm sorry if this goes really long. My last video went like 15 minutes, so I'm trying to make it really short. Then I wanted to tell you also that if you would like me to, you can message me again, and I can make a second video about the specifics of Torrey, because really your Torrey experience will depend on what house you're in and what group you're in, and like I can explain how the credits work. It's really intimidating. Like when I was going to Torrey, I was like, I have no idea what any of this is, or like credits or anything, how that works out. So I can explain anything to you. I can explain the different houses and the tutors, and I can actually tell you like the exact amount of work we have to do. If you want me to lay out anything else, I totally can, but I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my experience and what I like about Torrey, and then I can go into specifics later if you want me to, because it's pretty complicated, but it's really cool, and like there's lots of different facets to Torrey, but some people's experiences are different. So, pros and cons is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to start with cons, so that we end on a higher note. First of all, I want to say that Torrey is not for everyone. If you are like an auditory processor, actually you can be like anything in Torrey. Basically, if you don't know already, Torrey is, instead of taking your gen ed classes, you read books and then you sit around and discuss them with other people. It's called the Socratic method of teaching. Like I said, I can explain way more exactly what that looks like. I am full of information, and I'm like the Torrey cheerleader, so I will tell you whatever you need to know, the good and the bad. But it's not for everyone. Not everyone works with the learning style, although this is what usually happens. People who don't feel like they would do well in Torrey, me, love the learning style, and then there are people who think that they'll like do awesome, and sometimes they don't like it, and sometimes they love it. Like it's just interesting, and instead of a professor to students, like you sit through a lecture and then you get homework, busy work, and leave. You read a book. You never know who you're gonna have as they're called tutors, the professors. You walk in the room, and then you're with the same group of people for hopefully 4 years, and it's around 16 people, and you discuss everything. And so it's not for everyone. Some people don't like that method. Some people don't really like to talk, which you'll learn to do. But there's lots of other things other than discussion. But it's just a different learning style. Basically, Torrey is what you put into it, you will get out of it. So like for me, for example, there were books that I loved reading them, and then I went to session and I was like, we didn't talk about anything I wanted to talk about, and that sucks because you have to just like get over it and then you move on to the next book. Or sometimes there's books that you hate. Like I hated reading like the Iliad and the Odyssey. Terrible. Not a big fan of ancient Greek literature, but I loved them after session, and like session like totally opened my eyes. I love people. I'm a very people-y person. There's lots of people in Torrey who are like super introverted. Literally, Torrey is full of all types, and I guess what I'm trying to say is that you can't really predict how you'll do until you really try it, unless you've like done this method of teaching before, because I know some students in Torrey had this in high school. So yeah, that's what I would say. It's not for everyone, but if you're thinking about it, I would definitely suggest that you try it. And now I'm going to stop this video and make another one because I don't want it to not work. So I'm sorry that you have to watch probably like 3 videos, but okay, peace.